Hi everybody, this is Kathy. Welcome back. Now this is kind of a follow-up to the video I just put out about Patrick's new court date on February 19th. We're going to go over that a little bit deeper, and also when I get done, I'm going to give you 2 fun facts. Now today on February 10th, 2026, it was a notice of hearing came out. And the hearing is for probation, revocation, and contempt. And as you can see, February 19th, 2026 at 11:30 a.m. in courtroom 2. Now we'll start with that. The revocation, I imagine probation revocation, they're going to revoke his probation. He was sentenced to 1 year probation in July of 2025, and so being arrested will violate that probation, and so I suppose he'll get his probation revoked, which means he'll have to be in jail. And contempt, I imagine, is also contempt against the judge's order for probation, and that was put out today. But if you back up, now Pam had a good question. She said, what is a notice of delinquency? Now I found the timing on this very interesting. January 22nd, 2026, because you know I like my calendars, right? And in this calendar, I'm going to show you maybe that things are not really a coincidence. Now remember, Patrick was arrested on this Friday the 16th. All right. The notice for delinquency was filed within days on January 22nd. Now, I'm going to show you what I think the delinquency is for. When Patrick's court for his last charges stemming from September 20th, he was given probation, and these are, as you can see, it says case amount and case balance. So down here, the case amount for what he's on probation for was $862.96. What is the balance today? Still $862.96. Now, as you can see, when he's gotten in trouble before, the case amount comes up, and then you have to pay it in a certain amount of time, so it goes to zero. And here's another one for 95, down to zero, 75 to zero. As you can see, it still sits at $862 today. And this was given last July when he was sentenced. So I'm guessing that this is what the delinquency amount is because he hasn't paid a penny on that. And that was July of last year. And that's when his probation started, July 21st. That's when he made the guilty plea. July 21st. That's when he got his unsupervised 1 year unsupervised probation. And so from July 21st until today, he hasn't paid anything on that. I don't know if it was a fine or restitution or what it was. But as you can see up at the top here, it says case amount and case balance. And down here, case amount $862.96, and he hasn't paid at all. And so I think the notice of delinquency is just kind of a notice that you're behind on the money that you owe. You know, I don't know if it has anything to do with being arrested or anything, but it probably isn't helping with the probation terms. January 22nd, 2026, he was served the notice of delinquency. Now, why is that date important? January 22nd? Like I said, because he was arrested on the 16th. He was in court, and he turned down a public defender because he's got money for his own lawyer. And then he gets his own lawyer and is putting up bail on the 23rd to get out. I don't think it's any coincidence that the day before he gets bailed out, he gets sent a notice of, hey, what about that $800 and something that you owe that's delinquent? Because he can pay for his own lawyer and he can pay for the bond. But what about those fines you're delinquent on? And so for the week that Patrick is sitting in jail from this Friday the 16th to the next Friday the 23rd, when he was in jail waiting for somebody to bail him out and get a lawyer, look at that. While he's sitting in jail, he got served that notice of delinquency. That's been since July. Well over 6 months, and he hasn't paid a dime on it. But he's got money for a lawyer and all that bail money. But yeah, so in that week that he was held in jail, he got served delinquency. And like I said, I'm guessing this is, I don't have 100% confirmation, but I'm guessing this is what's delinquent, because delinquency in this court is usually referring to fines, unpaid fines or restitution. It's definitely the case balance is sitting there. So, okay, now at the beginning I told you I'd give you 2 fun facts with this video. Fun fact number 1 is Friday the 13th is coming up, right? That's in a few days. Well, guess what Friday the 13th is? That's right. It's Patrick's birthday. I think he's going to be 47 years old, but anyway, this is Patrick's birthday. Of course, is Friday the 13th this year. It's about how his year's been going. And fun fact number 2. You see this date here where Patrick got arrested? Oh, who could forget, right? January 16th, 2026. Yes, Patrick was arrested. Did the perp walk and all that. Well, did you know what Patrick was doing exactly 1 year ago to the day that this happened? On Thursday, January 16th, 2025, exactly a year ago from that date, Patrick was just getting out of jail after having been sitting in the can waiting for someone to bail him out. The same exact jail that he went into 1 year later to the day. As you can see, January 16, 2025, he had posted bail for his last slew of problems. So as he was getting out of jail from September till then, I think that'd be about 4 months of sitting in jail, he got bailed out on January 16, 2025. And on January 16, 2026, he's going right back in. Same jail, more problems. So happy birthday to Patrick on Friday the 13th. And yeah, good luck with all his other stuff coming up. Anyway, remember, karma is real. Karma is real. And it does make sure you know that. Kind of like getting arrested on the exact same day that you got bailed out last year. Stuff like that. Little hints to know that the universe is watching. God is watching. And taking notes. So yes, karma is real. And just takes some people longer to figure that out. Anyway, thanks for watching and peace.